Tune into Nice Radio every Saturday at 7:30 a.m. for A View from the Outside, hosted by Brereton Horne. A View from the Outside takes a look at key issues affecting St Vincent and the Grenadines and gives a global perspective on how these issues are viewed. Host Brereton Horne will examine a variety of topics to enlighten, stimulate debate, and explore solutions. Hear the facts, hear the real-life stories, hear A View from the Outside. Join Brereton Horne at 7:30 a.m. every Saturday on Nice Radio for A View from the Outside.
This society needs a spectacle. It might help us to see some evil. This society needs a spectacle.
On A View from the Outside this week being the 10th of August 2024, we ask the question, is justice delayed, justice denied? And we do so focusing on the people who were fired from their jobs in St Vincent and the Grenadines by the government of St Vincent and the Grenadines because they refused to take the COVID-19 vaccine. The maxim, justice delayed is justice denied, is often attributed to a former British Prime Minister, William Gladstone, in 1868. It is also attributed to Martin Luther King Jr. in a letter which he wrote from Birmingham jail in 1968 when he was jailed for protesting and seeking out the human rights of Black people in America at the time. The maxim means that delivering justice must be done in a quick and timely manner. Failing to do so can lead to negative outcomes and can lead to negative perceptions of the judicial system. It also means that if legal redress or equitable relief to an injured party is available, but is not forthcoming in a timely fashion, it is effectively the same as not having a remedy at all. It is with that in mind that we, here on A View from the Outside, pose the question to you, the listener. Is justice delayed, justice denied in the case of the workers who were sacked by the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines because they refused to take the COVID-19 vaccine? During what can now be described as the COVID-19 debacle, especially by the way it was handled by the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, everyone probably remembers the bile, the venom, the bitterness with which the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines pursued its workers to take the COVID-19 vaccine. The government, changed the law. Many believe they disregarded the constitution of the country. They changed the law and they mandated that some category of workers must take the COVID-19 vaccine. Some workers refused to allow their constitutional rights to be eroded and disregarded. They did not allow their bodies to be invaded, and they did not take the COVID-19 vaccine. The government's response was to deem that they have abandoned their jobs, and the government fired hundreds of them, the workers, from their jobs. These workers include teachers, nurses, police officers, doctors, customs officers, sanitation workers, and other public servants. And at the most difficult of times, the government placed all of those workers on the breadline. Many of them have had to endure hardship, especially emotional and financial hardship over the years. Many of them continue to struggle and endure hardship to eke out an existence for themselves and for their families. The sacking of these workers dates back to as far as December 2021, just before Christmas. Since then, the workers took the government to court and challenged its decision to deny them of the right to work. They challenged the legality of what many have described as the government's draconian COVID-19 mandate. They waited for what seems like an eternity before the matter eventually came to court. Justice delayed for them. On the 13th of March 2023, a High Court judge in St Vincent and the Grenadines, Justice Esco Henry, ruled in favor of the workers and found that the decision taken by the government to fire the workers was unlawful, unconstitutional, disproportionate, ultra vires, and tainted with procedural impropriety. The workers were euphoric. However, their euphoria was short-lived because the government took the decision to allow them to continue in financial hardship. The government took the decision to ensure that they remain on the breadline. The government appealed the decision of Justice Esco Henry. So, it is now for the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court judges to rule on the matter. On the 1st of February 2024, the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court, met to hear the appeal. However, the matter was adjourned. The reason given for the adjournment was that one of the appeal judges fell ill and was unable to attend. The matter was finally heard 3 months later on the 2nd of May 2024. Following the hearing, the judges adjourned and reserved the judgment. It is now more than 3 months since that hearing, and effectively 3 months since the judgment has been reserved. In the meantime, the sacked workers continue to endure hardship. They continue to endure financial pain. They continue to endure emotional strain as they eagerly await the judgment from the Court of Appeal, which many have said is now long overdue. In the meantime, also, it is now just a few months shy of 3 years since the workers have been cruelly dealt with by the government of St Vincent and the Grenadines. The workers have been waiting for justice. Many people have been asking, why is this case taking so long? Many have been asking, why is the Court of Appeal taking so long, more than 3 months now, to hand down its ruling, especially when expedition is required, especially when people's livelihoods are at stake? Many are saying that this is clearly a case of justice delayed being justice denied. What do you say? Until next week, this is Brereton Horne with A View from the Outside, with a reminder to send your feedback as usual to aviewfromtheoutside@hotmail.com. You can also get us on Facebook and YouTube at A View from the Outside. Have a pleasant Saturday Have a wonderful Sunday and have a productive week ahead as you spare thought for those dismissed workers and ask, is justice delayed, justice denied in their case?